Good morning, welcome to Hikate's Crossing. Right, carrying on with the Fool's Journey, this is video number 6. I want to talk about adding a new deck to my daily practice in regards to what I've been doing with the Native American Tarot. What I want to add is a little bit more depth with this reading with the Shamanic Medicine Oracle cards. I'm going to add a bit different. So this video is really looking at my thoughts about this deck. How do I feel about it? How does it resonate with me? What are the characters? What does this deck create within me? How do I find it? All those things sort of come into play. For me, this is a real deep deck. I find that the readings can get quite spiritual, quite mental in the way that you sort of think about how you react to the situation. You know, it sort of brings up perceptions and things like that. I found it's a real visual deck. It's beautiful. The imagery is amazing, as you can see. It's just incredible imagery with this deck. Just amazing. I don't know if it's too dark. Let me try the light and see if that makes a difference. Oh, that's a bit better, isn't it? I mean, you look at that. I mean, the artwork is just gorgeous. There's the bear. This one is North, which is about being in solitude. You know how a polar bear can be on its own, unless of course it's got its baby with it, but mainly they live and eat alone in the Alaska, in the northern aspects, the ice. I mean, these are the bells. Deflection. Bells on the antlers. Cave, speaks to retreat. So I love this deck for working a little bit deeper, so it'll be interesting to see as we go through this journey, this Fool's Journey, how they, I mean, I know that they do amazing readings together anyway, but it'd be interesting to see how the Fool actually physically interacts. Or, as in number 7, I talk about changing the character, so maybe the character may change in who I choose to work with. I'm sort of been thinking about this, and I know that I sort of resonate with matriarch of vessels, but I've also been looking at the medicine woman, which I thought was quite interesting, being a being my birth date. My number actually goes down to 3, which is sort of the medicine woman in this deck. I thought that was quite interesting. The other one that I sort of quite resonate with is strength, because of the quiet strength that I've had to endure over time. And the other one that sort of resonate with is grandmother spider. Not that I'm a grandmother, but the fact is of creating my own web. And when things break, I reattach and I keep going. So I resonate with that as well. So for the next week, that's something I'm going to think about. which character can I resonate with as I've progressed and moved through this journey, as I work with this deck. So, oh, I don't know if I showed you the back. That's the rattle. So overall, I feel like this deck is going to offer a depth to the journey, to my journey, as I explore a little bit more in depth for myself. I mean, I know reading for others that the combination has been amazing, but for myself, I don't know yet, so we'll see as we go through. So I thought today what I'll do is really think about our journey ahead. So let me put all these cards back in to the Native American Tarot, and let's shuffle. And let's think about the journey that lies ahead. Whoa. Nine of Blades, polygamy. In other words, lots of choices. Quite interesting for this one, for Nine of Blades. And we have a sense of, traditionally that would be about worry and stress. But this one with the polygamy talks very much about having many choices around us. You know, polygamy is not just one, you're not one-on-one, you've one with many, if you like. So there's many options to you right now to attain, to move ahead. Polygamy. Interesting. So contemplate on the word. What does polygamy mean to you mentally? Whoa, okay. So we've got Seven of Vessels, which is your vision quest. So that is about meditation, being in silence. So you know the Native American Tarot is quite different than the Rider-Waite-Smith in regards to the meanings. It's very much about the teachings. You know, it's learning to be in silence, to find your options. Okay, we have the Devil working with removing the masks. Also about caring for oneself with the buffalo, white buffalo woman, buffalo calf woman. So it's all about that connection, that ritual, that burning away of the old debris so that you can actually physically take care of yourself. And you've got Four of Vessels, which talks about a sense of pregnancy. So it's about being fertile in your emotions, trying to find some stability in those emotions. When you're feeling, you know, when you're pregnant and you've had enough and you're just feeling like, oh my God, I'm just, like, I'm so over it, but at the same time embracing that emotionally. So when we look at these four cards that have come out, we've got polygamy, vision quest, the Devil, and polygamy. And remember, when we're talking about the Devil, we're not talking about traditionally some of the meanings in regards to Rider-Waite-Smith are quite different. You're looking at more of being able to really face who you are as an individual, being able to care for self, being able to nurture and burn away the debris, the stuff that you've been holding on to that's causing you discomfort in some way. So that's something to sort of think about when you think about the choices that you've been given, and being able to sit in silence as you really burn away or take or remove all the debris that you've been holding on to, and allowing yourself to acknowledge and gain stability in your emotions when everything feels like, oh my God, I'm embracing your pregnancy. I just get embracing the pregnancy, embracing the idea that the emotional aspects that you've sort of been holding on to. So let's look at the Shamanic medicine cards and let's see what messages we get with them today. Ooh. Rain, you can hear it? I don't know. Ooh. Ooh. Here we've got crystals with amplification and east with emergence. So you're amplifying the emergence, as you merge, as things sort of start to come together, things are being amplified in some way. So aren't they gorgeous cards? Look at that. Look at the colours. Crystals and the emergence. Take a moment, take a breath, and think about those two for the moment, that things are being amplified as they come together. Things seem to be expanding, growing, enhancing, as things sort of come together. This one here seems to be spreading out. And drum talks about being awakened. So as things are being amplified, as things start coming together, so as things are being enhanced, as things start coming together, you find yourself awakening to new possibilities. So that's interesting. So is that talking about, as these two decks work together, we now have things growing and I'm awakening to new possibilities. Interesting. Is there anything else that we need to know at this stage? One more seems to be calling, but I'm not sure. Oh, here it is. This one here. Tree people. Sustenance. Being nourished. So as things are enhanced and things come together. So as things come together, things are enhanced. As you awaken, don't forget to take care of yourself, nourish who you are as an individual. Isn't that gorgeous card? So for me, when I look at the imagery of this deck, I can feel myself sort of starting to get drawn in to the messages. Like there's a lot about birds. I feel like there's a lot about communication, using your voice, expressing yourself. There's an owl here which talks about knowledge and wisdom and, being careful about not being deceived in any way. And in other words, trusting yourself with what's going on. The drum to me talks about rhythm, talks about a sense of your own beat, listening to yourself. Again, you've got that whole, the trees to me is about staying grounded as you reach forward. The crystals, again, I think talks about healing on many levels. Crystals, we have healing for different aspects of our body, different aspects of our mind, different aspects of our emotions, different aspects of our environment. So I think crystals there are amazing to work with in that area. So I feel like working with this deck is really going to, I haven't worked with it this last week, so working with it this week is going to bring new levels of awareness as I work with these two decks actually together for myself personally. I think it's going to give me many options. It's going to allow me to sit in silence, to meditate, to reflect. There'll be a lot of meditation within myself. It's going to allow me to throw off the masks, maybe get a little bit deeper within myself and really nourish and be fertile in my journey as I move ahead with ideas, creative energy, within my own emotions, a lot about emotions, and within my mind. I feel like it's going to affect every area of my life in a much deeper way working with this deck. So what decks do you find that work really well together for you when you're doing deep shadow work? What tarot deck and what oracle deck work really, really well together on your journey, as your path, as you connect? What do you find for meditation, reflection, really deep shadow work, where you really need to face your shadow self? What two decks do you find work really, really well together for that aspect? I'm not talking about general everyday readings. I'm talking about really getting quite deep meditation, reflection, sitting quietly for a day or two. They might not be daily reads. They might be weekly reads, or every 2 or 3 days. You might take you a week or 2 weeks, or it could even be a month, where you actually sit and do a spread and really work through it. You might journal it. You might go through and write up each card individually, then write up your overall feelings in your journal. What two decks for you work really, really well? Love to hear down below. Don't forget to subscribe on my channel. You will find the links to my blog and my my Instagram and Twitter, of course, if you want to catch up. Don't forget I'm on Unseen Alley if you want to have a reading through there. There are some special, some selective services. Don't forget also that to donate if you want to see more content online, if you want me to share more information about what's going on for teaching and things like that, if you want me to do a bit more in depth in regards to maybe working with tarot on a deeper level. Please subscribe and don't forget the bell so you know when the videos are coming up. Donations appreciated, will help me keep the content flowing, as this takes time. This is a full-time readings full-time for me, so this is sort of like a little bit in between. That's why you'll find some of my videos are scheduled in advance, because I do get quite busy with other things as well. So take care and blessed be. Enjoy your week ahead. Don't forget to think about the words polygamy, vision quest, the devil, and pregnancy. What do those 4 words to you? And I'm not talking about a physical pregnancy, I'm talking metaphorically. So that's something to really think about. Polygamy, the same. I'm not talking about a physical polygamy or literal polygamy. I'm talking metaphorically. So what is your perception on those words and how they connect with you mentally for the week? Think about connecting with crystals, the East energy, which is about emerging, how things sort of come together. The drum talks about awakening, and the tree people talks about substance, about nourishment and taking care of yourself on many aspects. So I think I'm going to really love working with this deck in further aspects. I know I have worked with it before, but this is going to be a real journey of exploration for self instead of just reading for you guys. This is going to be a little bit deeper for me, and I'm going to sit and journal this now and sort of really look and reflect on what this actually means for me this week and really see where I'm at. So this is going to be quite interesting. Take care and blessed be.